Okay, it's about that time of the month again where Boom Studios has dropped some solicitations for their upcoming comics releasing within the next couple of months. And like we do every month on the channel, we've got to talk about Power Rangers because Boom Studios has dropped some solicitations for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 121 as Darkest Hour is continuing. And Darkest Hour is getting closer and closer to that finale with those solicitations. And the big question on everyone's mind is, what happens to the comics after Darkest Hour? Which is something we'll probably find out within the next couple of months, if not sooner, due to possibly some listings if there's going to be another comic that's going to continue after it. Not that I know anything, I'm not saying I know anything, but it's just a wait and see situation of what's going to happen to the comics after Darkest Hour. So, like we always do, we're going to talk about the preview, not the preview pages, the preview pages aren't out yet. We're going to talk about the covers, we're going to talk about the synopsises, and go over them and speculate. Now, what I've got on the screen right now is Volume 5 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Recharged, where this contains issues 115 to 118. I don't know if it's going to include the Morphin Masters one-shot, which is kind of a big story in Darkest Hour that's part of it, so I don't know if that's going to be included in it or that's going to be released separately, but that will probably be released in a hardcover later down the line with it. But definitely pick up Morphin Masters if that's not included in here. So, without any further ado, let's jump over to the preview pages. But before we do that, I'm not reading these off Ranger Command like I normally do. I'm reading these off the previews and the solicitations that Boom Studios sent out to me, so shout out to Boom. But I thought I'd shout out Ranger Command Power Hour because they've been killing it with the guests. They've got this guy called Deoxy360 on there. They interviewed Ryan Parrott and talked about MMPR and TMNT2, which was really cool to listen to. And of course, they had Amy Jo Johnson on there talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return. So, shout out to Ranger Command. Eric's been killing it over there with the interviews and the podcast. So, go check out Ranger Command. You'll hear me on there, you'll hear Ryan on there, and you'll hear Amy Jo Johnson on there. And that's a little plug for Ranger Command because, like I said, Eric has been killing it over there with the interviews and with what he does on the podcast over there. So, let's jump into the solicitations for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 121. So let's go over the synopsis and then let's go over the covers like we always do. So, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 121, releasing in, I think, late June probably. So, here's the synopsis. Billy devises a plan to delay Dark Specter, desperate to stop the growing infection from spreading, but the consequences of his risky idea are impossible to predict. In order to shore up his resolve for what's to come, Billy seeks strength from amongst friends, new and old, but will it be enough to defeat Dark Specter once and for all? I'm muddling my words right now. In this special guest artist issue, fans will be delighted to see the return of Henry Brastida and Matt Herms, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers art team. Cool, because Hedry's back, and Hedry's really great at his artwork. So, in saying that Billy's got a plan to stomp Dark Specter, so I do wonder what that plan is, and is Billy going to make a big sacrifice in the end? Probably not kill him off, because, you know, Billy's around 30 years later and once and always, but I get the feeling that will Billy give up his powers or something being a ranger related? Will he make that sacrifice? We'll have to wait and find out. So let's jump over to the covers. Here is the main cover. You've got Billy on his knees, and below him you see the cracked sort of surface below him with all these different rangers. You see Rocky, you see Adam, you see Tommy, you see Kimberly, Trini, Zach, you've got Matt, you've got Aisha, and then you've got Jason here. So this is a really cool cover, I will say that, with Billy sort of on his knees, because it looks like that something bad is probably going to happen to Billy in this issue, or he's going to be making the ultimate sacrifice. Next up, we've got the zombie cover, which is Zach as the Omega Ranger, and this one's really freaky as well because you can see all like the zero gravity stuff going on. You can see all the snacks going around. This is a really nice attention to detail. The liquid beverage with what happens to liquid beverages in space. So it's just bubbles floating around. And then you've also got the liquid like drops of blood floating around with the ciphered off hand. This is really cool. Like, I really like this one, like the zero gravity attention to detail with like the droplets of blood. This one looks really freaking cool. And then you've got the tubed food here. This is really cool as well. I like this one. This one looks really freaking sweet. And then you've got this picture of Trini with the saber-toothed tiger behind her, and she's holding the power dagger. This one looks really cool. I really do like this one as well. So we've got some really freaking cool covers here that Boom Studios is showing off. No Goni Montez helmet variant, unfortunately. I don't know if they're doing more of them or they haven't shown them off yet, but no doubt about it, I'll definitely be talking about more covers as they drop on the channel. Probably when this one's closer to releasing is when we'll see different covers getting released and Boom Studios will start promoting them. So they drop free covers and then we'll probably see more later down the line. But either way, Darkest Hour is going to be Darkest Hour is still a lot of fun. I will say that I'm loving Darkest Hour. But 118 is dropping this week on Wednesday, so be sure to check that out. I'll be doing my review for it, so be sure to watch that. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Darkest Hour has been killing it. I'm very curious to see how this run is going to end and what's going to happen after it. So that's a wait and see situation. But either way, Melissa has been killing it, and I can't wait to see what is going to happen next. So with that said, I think I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell if it works half the time. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.